Hey, what's up guys? This is Poker Express, and we're back with another episode of Poker Hands. Before getting into it, I would like to ask you guys to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoy our videos. Let's jump straight into the action.
An action player, like a recreational player with the chip lead. Someone like Leon just in there, just mashing buttons against them. Because
To be honest,
fun.
Leon he's changing dynamics so much, right? Because if he's mid-stack, he doesn't care busting or not.
Right.
So you always have to figuring out how you wanna deviate from your regular strategy. And sometimes they deviate as well, like DP does with his big 3-bet.
Look at this flop. Stefan raising the cutoff, Ike defending the big. Both players flop top pair on Jack 6-8, but Ike with the flush draw and Stefan with the backdoor, not flush draw.
That's a sick flop.
Stefan bets. Of course, Ike would just call here, right?
This might go on the turn check, bet, jam.
Well, Ike picks up the straight draw to go with his flush draw. All right, Ike has quite a few hands that...
This turn card is not so good for Stefan.
I mean, Ike has hands like 7-8, 8-10,
Yeah.
9-10 now that will make pair and
these
draw.
hands you want to protect against. At the same time, Ike has 9-8, Jack 9,
Right.
6-9, 7-10, 7-5, right? So Queen 10. If Ike is going all, he's just going. Ike is going all in. Can't see Stefan folding. He's like, I don't want to call and calls, but
Right, because there's some 7x with diamonds, 10x with diamonds that might turn the hands into bluff. And what a river for Stefan. He wasn't quite sure.
what hand Ike is calling an all in here, right? His pot left.
Right,
Stefan could use a smaller sizing.
right, Ike probably check jams his
But
2 pairs on the turn. Right, so he doesn't have those too often, right? So Stefan's targeting more 1-pair combos here, right?
The thing is, if Ike has a lot of 2-pair combos check jamming on the turn, what hands he now is calling, which Stefan has beat, right?
Yeah.
So Ike has all his straights.
Yep.
But has not too many 2-pairs.
Well, he does make the call. Stefan tables top 2, and that's it. Ike Haxton out in 6th. Pretty cold flop for him there. And a turn that gave him a straight draw. Like you said, just a lot of bluffs that Stefan can have.
Yeah.
That's just a chicken Caesar salad. Is that just like a chicken salad?
It's good.
No. What is it?
Yeah, it's like chicken.
Chicken. Yeah.
Jack 3 of diamonds for Zhao, raises it up on the button.
If you don't like watching Zhao play, then you're at the wrong stream. This guy is so active.
It's kings for Freak in the big blind.
Maybe consider just, yeah, there we go. Just flat set the trap with 2 kings. I don't mind it. When we shove, we just forced way too many folds. Oh, boy.
Ace Jack 3, 2-pair for Zhao.
Now, Freak obviously is a little bailed out by the time it does come ace high, but we're just never going to believe Zhao here. I'm never check folding 2 kings in this spot, Jeff. I'm just not. I'm going to lose a street, maybe 2. Have the king of spades in my hand as well.
Freak does check call. Turn is the 4 spades. Freak has the king of spades.
Zhao may elect to just do a little bit of an overbet stuffage here. 164 in the middle, 182 behind if he's counting Freak stack correctly. And that's if we're assuming that these are, in fact, correct stack sizes.
Instead chooses the smaller sizing route, bets 50K.
Induction. Such a weird spot now for Freak. What do we do with 2 kings and the king of spades.
Looks like he has about 200K behind.
There you go. So we can probably comfortably just call again. No reason really to stuff. What are we getting value from? We'd be folding out all the bluffs. Yeah, we're just coming along for the ride.
River, the deuce of clubs.
And now all of a sudden it's a one-liner to a straight. If Zhao does find value on the river, I might go broke here with 2 kings. I really might. Does he really have a 5? No way. 2 pair, flush? Really? Just looks like a bluff, doesn't it, Jeff?
Zhao's going to look for max value. And the snap call from Freak with the kings. They are no good, and Freak's tournament is over.
I don't blame him. I really don't. So brutal. What a well-played hand there by Zhao. Max value with the Jack-3 flopping 2 pair, despite the flush getting there, the one-liner to a straight. Sort of just had a feel, knew exactly where he was at up against the 1 pair holding. Whether that was ace-X, maybe even the times he's trapping with 2 kings, 2 queens. Beautiful stuff.
What a turn card, the 4 of hearts. Gin for Bruno, makes a set. Sam has a hand he's never folding. 7 and a flush draw, checks over to Bruno, 25 million in the pot. Sam only has 57 million in stack, so easy to size us up to jam the river. 12.5 the bet. Sam will be calling this.
No. I've only used 1. I used it yesterday when there were 10 left. Since we weren't hand for hand, I was going to be big blind next. I was like just... And then Patrick busted, and they still made us play another hand. It was super messed up. It was just
King of clubs on the end. Yeah. Sam misses. Bruno's set best, 50 million chips in the pot.
So yeah, I was just trying.
Lots of draws have missed as well. You can represent some bluffs here. It's a dream spot with those 4s.
To try not to hit the big blind, yeah, to see if someone busted.
But you still play.
He's hopeful that
even after
Sam perhaps is slow played an overpair, has an 8.
So I burned a time bank for no reason.
You abuse that time. That's why.
Sam has made a number of hero folds so far today. So I think that makes sizing difficult for Bruno here. This is a man who likes to fold. I think this one he will fold. Wow, he has made the call. He does make the call, and he sees the sickening news. The perfect run out. Had a big stack for a decent portion of this tournament now. Still our table chip leader with 54 big blinds.
Jonathan with 21 big blinds in the cutoff. He's jack off.
Obviously marked the table chip leader, but it was only just above average, so you see a lot of chips on the other 2 tables in this room.
150,000.
Jonathan is going to raise it up with his ace-jack.
This is full.
Michael Watson, 10-7 offsuit in the big blind. Does call. I'll go heads up.
Heads up.
Oh, 7-8-8. Michael takes the lead with his 7. Let's check it. Jonathan's ace high. Imagine Tyler, I was going to say, you can check back here. He doesn't want the pot to get too big with just ace high. Figures have the best hand a lot on that board, and even more so now. Third 8's emerged. And this is a spot where Michael just can always bet and bet pretty big, right? Because Jonathan's check back has showdown value a lot, I guess.
Yes, but if he was checking back just over cards, now he's probably going to pull the trigger and represent ace high, so you could get action if you check.
He's bet 300. I expect against a hand as good as ace jack high. Get action either way.
Again, I don't think we're seeing a fold here.
He does, of course, make the call. We need to hit an ace jack or an 8 on this river. Well, there's the ace. Easy game. Easy
Poor Watson's
game.
going to be in a really tough spot again.
Yeah, I mean, when he checks, Jonathan's just... He's just going to expect Jonathan to pile this river with nearly everything.
Check.
Everything that isn't value and an ace and an 8 and a 7. But he's not piling it with things that are like... I mean, I don't think he's piling with things that are like 4s or king, queen.
All right, so you think he'd check back those and just hope to be good? Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. 1 million.
King anything, I guess.
Well, he has put enough chips into the pot to put Watson all in. And for the second time in a row, he's in a horrible spot.
This is brutal.
First one may be a little bit more of his making my bet the turn. He did invite himself to be in a tough spot. This one, just unfortunate run out. I mean, Jonathan has played this. Like he could easily have ace high, right? He's checked back for flop, but ace high figures to be good on almost all the time. Calls a turn bet, and now shoves a river in. Checked to.
What kind of hands can he be calling with on the turn and then bluffing the river? It can't be that many.
All right. Yeah, I guess it all comes down to whether, you know, you think he's going to bluff some of those king highs he's called on the turn, or whether he's just going to try and take him to showdown. I think these guys would have played a lot with each other through the years.
Yeah. Mike Sir Watts online probably played a lot on, along with Ape Styles, John Van Fleet.
I remember those two back in the day online, MTTs. I actually remember once in the like 100 rebar online, being near the bubble. It was when the 100 rebar online used to have like a 800 min cash or something, and I ran a big bluff on Michael Watson on the bubble, and it didn't work. And I sent to Mormon, I went, "How's this guy? Well, he's made the call.
Decide to call.
Shrugs and calls will get the bad news." Well, partly maybe the previous hand playing into that thought process. He's like, I can't fold again, surely. Like, we'll depart.
Make the rules clear. You break the rules like one time, like they never get invite again.
Yeah,
Michael on the button, ace 10 of diamonds, raising it up.
I just don't like the private game idea.
Bryn, ace king, suited in the small. Oh, he was just talking about tanking. This one he's going to think about before 3-betting. He goes just over 4x out of position. And Jeff, Michael just with a kind of hand he has to continue with against a small blind, right?
Yeah, it's one of those spots.
It's a little too good to fold.
Big sizing, very big sizing there.
And wow, what a flop for Adamo. Nut diamonds on 8-7-4, Bryn.
Yeah, this is interesting. These are the spots too. You see, these are. I mean, you could argue two of the top tournament poker pros. Better hand out of position. You can see how hard it is out of position. This is a board where you still got to feel pretty good, but it's not easy to start to control this pot. Do you fire? Do you take the lead? Do you check call? You know, this is where there's so many options, and it's interesting to watch these guys navigate these different situations.
Bryn deciding to bet this one. I guess not really making anything better fold, but makes the hand easier to play. And Jeff, it's a weird scenario here where Bryn probably has a slight range advantage even on this kind of board, right? Because he might 3-bet some of those kind of pseudo connectors from the small blind, and it's hard for Michael to call with the weaker ones, given the sizing, right?
Yep, we saw Jason Kuhn do the 8-9 suited earlier today in the similar spot, ran into kings, but you know, here his opponent also, if he has like queen jack or let's see, king, you know, those suited broadways that don't have diamonds or clubs, probably gonna go away. You know, what does queen jack of hearts do? What does queen 10 of hearts? What does ace 10 of hearts do? Or I'm sorry, of like spades, right? Are they gonna peel you out here? And this is a pretty good card for Bryn. Diamond would be a scary card. A queen jack 10 kind of scary cards, but here he's just
going again,
keeping the lead.
Going again. Is he just setting up for river shove here and really going to try and make Michael fold a better hand?
And the Damo is can't imagine. I mean, he's still got the nut flush draw in this spot. He's not going anywhere.
They're not going to say on the podcast they say Paul is the best businessman ever.
Really interesting sizing for Bryn.
And that is quite the card.
A horrible card.
That is huge, huge spot for Adamo. I mean, you really can't hit Jin harder. The board is paired, but as the hand's played, you know, you just can't imagine that Bryn has 4s, 8s. Kings would be the one value hand, and he does have ace-king suited. But so now Bryn thinking, what's more likely? Does my opponent have a flush draw here, or is he calling down with 5s, 6s, 9s? And he does go with the check.
Nice.
So he's leaving himself some.
Right, he's checked, but he's calling any bet here, isn't he?
Probably most bets. But this is the difference, you know. You see people that maneuver bet sizings. They control boards. They make big folds, big calls, and yeah, you can't imagine he's going to fold for even an all-in. Well, I mean, it's like, is there a way out?
Right, it's a pretty grim spot. I mean, the 3-bet was a reasonable size. It's going to knock out a lot of hands.
Oh, I'm gonna see the bad news.
And that's it. Bryn's out.
Yep. Nothing. Can't blame him there. I mean, he even got to the river, controlled it, check, gave his opponent. I mean, a chance to bluff.
There are some bluffs there, right? That he might try and do something like turn 5s or 6s into a bluff. Maybe try and make Bryn fold a bigger pocket pair.